So it's Friday, day we've got to leave to go to the testing tune, and I think we've done a checklist, got everything ready, retorqued all the wheels, double checked all the fluids, added some oil, and I think we should be ready to go. So we're gonna get this thing loaded up and take off. All right, it's about 7 o'clock this morning. It is Saturday morning, and we made it to the hotel last night. Truck made it, everything's good. So we're gonna get some breakfast and head over to the Nashville Super Speedway for testing tune today. So we'll see how it goes. I think it should be a pretty good event. There's about 70 to 80 cars there, so it should be a pretty good turnout. So I think I'm excited to see how it does. I'm excited to see how the sway bar and the tires and all that do, and see how dialed in it really is, and see how much improvement I can make on myself. See if we can get any faster. So anyway, I'm gonna quit talking and grab some food, and we'll get over there and get unloaded. His first event, so we'll see how we do. We'll start off in second gear. I got about 28 pounds in the rear and got about 29 pounds in the front. The shocks are set up the same as the last event, so I guess we'll see how we do. That's a pretty fast course. That's a real fast course.
Yeah.
Usually they're like 50 or 40 seconds. Cool. That wasn't too bad. We got the rear end out a little bit, but I think I can fix that. All right, round two. I think I need to run around and put a little more air in the front tires. They're starting to lay over a little bit. A little bit more out of the rear, and I think I'm gonna quit, at least for now, to kind of see what we got. But no, it's a pretty good track. I quite like it. There's all kinds of stuff here. It's a wild just to look around and look at all this stuff. I don't remember, what was my other one? 20, I have no idea, 25? Wow, if that's the case, I picked up quite a bit. All right, well, I just got in trouble because the truck's too loud, which is understandable. They've got a limit at 108 decibels, and my truck tripped 109 at 50 feet. So they're gonna let me run the rest of the day, but if I keep going to these events, we're gonna have to do something different. So I'll either have to put silencers in it or put some, I don't know what I'm gonna have to do. I'll have to do something because it didn't really take much to trip it. Because I know, oh, I bet it's right there. The person in the white shirt, I bet is doing it. So I bet that's where it happened. All right, anyway, let's kind of get ready. All right, so I aired the front tires up to about 32 pounds and left the rear tires where they were. So hopefully we'll be pretty good. So a little faster. So we're slowly picking it up. Yeah, look at that. I hope you can see that. That's funny. It's tripping the loud noise environment on my watch. So yeah, this might be a problem. And look at that thing. That thing. We're gonna go around again. I think this is the third round. Yeah, and we're gonna see how it does. We've been running for about an hour, getting a couple runs in. We're getting faster, which is nice. So I think I'm just gonna leave everything as it is and see if I can get faster. It looks like everything else is kind of doing like it's supposed to. pretty neat watching the nice cars run and everything else. I'm a little concerned about the decibel meter, but may look at doing some turn downs or something on it. I mean, if I can get anything out of it, we are that close. If I can just baffle it some, we should be good, but we're just gonna have to wait and see. I got way too much after. I think that was on me. I come in way too hot. So this thing together a little bit more. So we're slowly taking it down if I don't spin out. That wasn't bad at all. Wasn't bad at all. I don't know what it references to anybody else because they're not really telling times right now, so we'll just have to kind of wait and see. But I don't think that's too bad. Count of the runs, but we got started to warm up a little bit. We dropped the tire pressure down. We marked them this time with some chalk to kind of see where we're at. Got about 20, still running about 32 up front, but that's just because that front end is so heavy. That's where all my weight is. And still running about, yeah, I think it's 30 or 31 or 32 up front, and we're running 28 in the rear to try to get them to run a little bit better on the sidewall some. So keep going that direction. I think we're doing pretty good, so I still think we're ticking it down. We haven't tripped the noise sound ordinance yet after we did the first time or second time, which is good. We're right on the cusp, but we're staying under it. So if I put some turn downs on the tips, we should fix that. Other thing is this driver's side front tire is rolling the whole sidewall over. It's got 37 pounds of air in it now to try to keep it from rolling over. So hopefully we can do something with it. Slower, 23,966. So we're about to a point like we usually run into. We kind of hit a wall and we stay right there. 23,9, 23,6. I don't know. We'll just have to see. I mean, I don't think it's a terrible time, but I don't really know. All right, we're going to try to get in one last run before lunch and see if we can do any better. We left all the tires the same, so I'm just going to see if I can drive maybe a little bit better, because we're still fluctuating quite a few tenths in between each run. I mean, we're staying right at 23, you know, 23.3, 23.6, 23.9, and just kind of bouncing back and forth. So maybe I can get a little bit quicker. That was better. So it's just running the truck physically just harder around the corners, being quicker in between the starts and stops and in between the corners. But if I could get faster through the slalom, I think we should be all right. So there's some time to take off. So that's looking good. That's not looking good. That doesn't look right. Yeah, that doesn't look good. I said, yeah, that doesn't look good.
Nope, that does not look good. Not look up. Neither does that.
Unless they're flipping them. Here's what I'm running into. You can see I basically wore the edge off the tire, and you can see where it's rubbing on the actual sidewall itself. It is rolling that whole tire over. There's 37 pounds in this one. And it's on that big sweeper corner at the end where you'll see that blue car. That corner there and this first big sweeper here is where we're just rolling this front tire over. And I don't know if I need a smaller tire or what, but it is bad. And the problem is, like, the backs don't look that bad. I mean, the backs they're pretty good, and the other side is not that bad. I mean, it's wearing some, but it's not awful. It's right there on the edge. So we're right there on the lip, because if you look, yeah, it's not even wearing through there. So I don't know what to do. I mean, we may just put 39 pounds in it and see what happens. I don't really know what else to do. We'll just keep bumping them up. Like I said, I might just have to put a different front tire on it, put 295s or 285s on the front, and just take these as spare for the rears. So anyway, it's just some learning and figuring out, but we are getting faster. So that is good. I think we're going in the right direction. We just gotta get her dialed in a little bit better. But I'm gonna stop and eat some lunch and get back out there. All right, so ate some lunch, took a break, thought about it, talked to some folks. Looks like we're going the right direction on a lot of it. Everybody seems to think those turn down tips will fix it, because we're right on the edge of being too loud, and we're going the right direction on the tires on the front because of where it's rolling over on those big sweepers. Just keep adding air to them until it seems to quit rolling over so bad. See, they were talking about, you know, Teslas weigh just as much or more than I do, and they're out here running 45 pounds, 47 pounds of air pressure in there. So we are going the right direction. Right now we got 40 in the front, 27 in the rear, and tires are cold right now, so we'll kind of see how they do. But no, I'm pretty excited. Everything seems to be going pretty good, so I'm liking it. So now I just got to get myself dialed in and be a little bit better driver. Now we're starting to get the truck dialed in, because that's the main thing. Is I'm trying to learn how to drive, and we're trying to learn this truck, and it's hard to do both. 994. That is it. Finally got a 22-second pass. That guy right there is the guy that helped me out. That's freaking sweet. We are getting there. That is it. We are on. That's 4/10 we picked up from the time we stopped to the time. Sometimes you just got to take a break. You just beat yourself up and just not getting anywhere. But that's we're making some headway. So now the next one will be like a 25 and I'll spin out. But you know, this one looked good. All right, so went and played with the tire pressure a little bit. They look good, but I wanted to put a little bit more in them to make sure we weren't going to roll that tire over, because it's kind of hard to tell. The chalk's kind of wearing funny. Not like it's wearing off, it's just like coming off. Oh, look at the Lotus. It's poor thing. It's done wiped out a handful of cones, and it's a pretty car. But anyway, no, we rolled the tires over a little bit on the front, and but they're looking a lot better. So we're up to 45 pounds at the front, left the rear the same. We've left the shock setting the same all weekend. And they're not all the way maxed out, but they're pretty stiff all the way around. But looking pretty good. About where that McCurry is over there, that red one, we're starting to pick the tire up a little bit over there. So I got to kind of maybe not dive in it so hard, because we're still picking the tire up and actually spinning a little bit, which I kind of thought was weird. But I would have thought that locker would have locked up, but may not. because I can stand on it now and it don't spin the tires. That turn over there, I wanted to make sure, and I'll look at everything. I'll look at the boost, AFRs and all that once the weekend's over, but I can stomp on it now and not break the tires loose, which is insane. That this thing makes 650 pound-feet of torque, so that means we can bump this thing up a little bit and maybe make some more horsepower, but I don't think I will. But that's pretty sweet. We're not going to change anything. Shocks are still the same, tires are still the same. They went up like a half a pound, and so I think we're on the right track. Now I just got to start driving better. So I think we're actually on to something now. So I'm pretty excited. Tires seem to be doing good. Suspension seems to be set up pretty good, and I think we're on to something. I spun a little bit. Wasn't as smooth on that one. Not terrible though, but it wasn't nearly as smooth. Well, I blew a 108, which is the decibel limit again. So I was told that it was loud. But I think with a set of turn downs we might be able to do it, because I know there's a couple cars that are just as loud or louder than me, but they've got rear exit exhaust and it's not a problem. So anyway, hopefully we don't run into a issue of getting a DNF. So we'll just have to work on that. We're getting there. We're getting faster. No, that ain't bad at all. There goes that Lotus. And I have no idea what it runs. I don't know what anybody runs. 22,466.
Okay.
3/10 faster than our fastest time. So.
Okay. It's 2 o'clock-ish.
Yeah.
1:59. So it's up to you whether you want to beat on the truck anymore,
yeah,
or put it up.
I mean,
you are officially on the naughty list. You blew a 110.
110. All right.
Go for it.